Creating a character in a video game is kind of a big deal. After spending 40 minutes agonizing over a hairstyle you'll hardly ever see, it's time to contemplate stats. Do you prioritize constitution, dexterity, maybe perception? Or if you're in a different kind of RPG, stash?
Ellen, did you put all your stat points into stash again?
I'll never tell. One attribute that can be literally game-changing though is intelligence, as playing a character with a puny intellect can lead to many unexpected and bizarre consequences. In fact, many players intentionally dumb their heroes down just to see what hilarious events, dialogue options, and even endings are exclusive to those with fewer brain cells. Consider these 7 wild consequences of playing a low-intelligence character, and beware spoilers for these following games. In fact, while that spoiler crawl is going, maybe you want to go and join our Patreon? Yeah? It's a perfect time.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die. These calculations don't look right. Why is this number negative?
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
Choosing to neglect the intelligence stat in the Outer Worlds can lead to lots of fun for players and endless frustration for NPCs. Especially when poor Parvati realises that the fate of the entire Halcyon colony rests in the hands of someone who skipped sex ed.
No, conception isn't... Has nobody ever taught you about this?
Honestly, Parvati, explaining the multiple meanings of the word conception is going to be the rest of your day. But it's not just the course of conversation that can be impacted by your lack of smarts, as the Outer Worlds features a secret ending you can only unlock by being a half-wit. It occurs right at the end of the game when you, a bona fide moron, choose to manually pilot your spaceship to the rings of Terra 2, rather than letting your expert AI, Ada, chart the course.
I wouldn't advise that, Captain.
What could go wrong? Your companions will naturally try to talk you out of it, at which point a low intelligence character can respond with the reassuringly optimistic phrase, "Stand back, Ada, I know numbers real good."
In case I don't get another chance to say it, it's been interesting, Captain.
Oh, ye of little faith. I'm sure your character had heroic intentions, but they sadly flew too close to the sun. Not figuratively, their piss-poor piloting skills flew them literally into the goddamn sun. Did we win? Of course you didn't. You and all your companions were horrifically incinerated. Game over. It's ironic that the ship was named Hope, because there was absolutely none of it with you at the helm. Maybe pop a few more points in intelligence next time.
Crime fiction is about murders or burglaries or things like that, and the work of a policeman or a private detective who's trying to solve a crime and catch the criminals.
In critically acclaimed RPG Disco Elysium, you take the role of trouble detective Harry Dubois, who wakes up in a trashed hotel room with no idea who he is.
Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
And who he is, if you begin the game with a low intellect stat, is not exactly Benoit Blanc. Choosing to make Harry, to quote the game, dumb as a rock, has some far-reaching consequences, as this hapless investigator will spend most of his time making poor deductions, fumbling logic, and struggling to invent a fake name on the spot, apparently.
You realize he's waiting for your name. Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau.
Nailed it. One outcome of being a witless detective, however, is getting sassed by a little girl named Annette, who can't believe she's having to explain the concept of a book to an officer of the law.
That is a book. They have stories inside them. It's like someone told you a story in a really long letter.
And the humiliation doesn't stop there. You can ask Annette to child-splain a postcard.
A postcard is a small cardboard picture. You can write a few words on the other side and send it to your friend or beloved.
And a board game.
Board games are like little games on a table, made to pass the time.
Before daring to ask her, shouldn't you be at school or something?
I do my studies at home at the moment.
Touché, little girl. Touché.
If you've got the caps, I've also got several implants available to enhance your physical attributes.
No. Implants, not plants. They're little machines I can put inside you to make you faster, quicker, or smarter. I recommend the smarter implant.
The perilous Mojave wasteland of Fallout New Vegas is no place for an idiot. But if you do decide to curse your character with an egregiously low IQ, you can expect some pretty comical dialogue options, one of which arises during a confrontation with scary military faction, the Brotherhood of Steel.
Sharing knowledge with an outsider organization. I knew Veronica couldn't be trusted.
It begins with a quest for Veronica Santangelo, a disgruntled member of the Brotherhood who tries to surreptitiously canvass our opinion on her leaders.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them? Wow. I've got to admit, you have completely defied my first impression of you.
In a good way? Whether it's because we earn her trust, or because she realises we're too dim to be a threat, Veronica airs her grievances with the Brotherhood's outdated way of life, and requests our aid in convincing their elder to see reason.
What is this? Veronica brings an outsider into our home, then has a private audience with the elder?
This goes pretty badly, with the elder rejecting Veronica's input and a troop of paladins paying you both a visit to issue a polite reminder that no one spills Brotherhood secrets and gets away with it.
Passing Brotherhood secrets to outsiders is the lowest form of treason. What have you got to say for yourself?
It's at this crucial moment that you, a low intelligence character, can pick an exclusive dialogue option that handles that situation with all the grace of a reversing dump truck.
Did you just... How dare you belch in the face of a paladin of the Brotherhood of Steel?
Don't panic. Maybe he'll see the funny side.
In the name of the elder, I hereby sentence you to death.
Maybe not. To the surprise of absolutely no one, burping loudly in the face of a paladin does nothing to endear you to the Brotherhood. And so you're being riddled with automatic gunfire by a bunch of fanatical techno-racists simply because you had one brain cell and a bit of gas.
God, I did this. This was my fault. Why didn't I see this coming?
Yeah! Nice one, Veronica. Maybe hold it in next time.
You speak! I mean, of course you speak. What am I, a blathering idiot? Wait, what did you say? Maybe I should be writing all of this down. By the gods! I cannot believe that the living one has been reincarnated in the body of an imbecile.
Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura is an RPG that takes stupidity seriously. Playing with an intelligence stat of less than 5 will cause your protagonist to speak in a garbled, primitive manner for the entire game, sometimes using actual words and sometimes just groaning like a caveman with a hangover.
I can't understand a thing you're trying to say. You're beyond help, I believe. May the gods smile on your plight and take you soon. Good day.
At least he was polite about it. Naturally, this lack of comprehensible speech is a real barrier to taking quests and recruiting companions. Plenty of NPCs will refuse to join your party on account of the fact that you're clearly a few fries short of a Happy Meal. Even Gar, who calls himself world's smartest orc, doesn't want to hang out with you.
A fruit fly is more intelligent than you could ever hope to possess, my dim-witted friend.
Takes one to know one, Gar. Thankfully, poor Virgil, the first companion you encounter, is always along for the ride, believing your half-wit hero to be the reincarnated subject of a legendary prophecy, even though you can't use more than 3 words at a time and keep calling him
Virgil. My name is Virgil!
Anytime you are offered a quest, the NPC will be sure to explain it to you like you're 5.
You go to island where bad people are.
Raven the elf will also not allow you an audience with her mother, the Queen of the Elves, presumably because you'd start picking your nose and drooling on the palace floor. At least you can earn a bit of gold by frustrating citizens so much they'll literally pay you to get lost.
Here's some gold. Please, leave me alone.
And they said I'd never get a job.
Fallout New Vegas wasn't the first game in the series that allowed you to play as a character more dense than uranium itself. And while some of Fallout 2's NPCs will tolerate your smooth-brained antics, some won't respond as patiently, especially Vault City's government leader, Joanne Lynette, who throws you out of the settlement, delivering one of the sickest burns in video game history.
That must be your IQ on your jumpsuit, not a vault number.
It can be both. But one of the funniest instances in Fallout 2's low intelligence playthrough occurs when you stumble into a casino called the Shark Club and encounter a different kind of NPC, namely a strange golden metal box with 3 eyes and 1 arm. Any guesses? To your clueless protagonist, this is, and I quote, one of the prettiest things you've ever seen. So of course you're going to strike up a conversation. Don't be shy, ask questions. Open up about how you miss your mom and proceed to bellow, "You answer me," every time this inanimate object refuses to tell you its name. Whoever said gambling is a mug's game has clearly never had a full-blown argument with a slot machine. Anyway, screw you, one-armed bandit. I don't need this. I'm off to find more stimulating conversation elsewhere.
Hey, you not look like Ghoul. How come? Huh?
Finally, someone on my level.
Barbarians are known for their strength and less known for their wits. Though I'd argue that knocking out an angry ogre with a chicken is pretty inspired. Now that's innovation. While this classic D&D archetype prioritises brawn over brain, it doesn't mean that they're conventionally dim in Baldur's Gate 3. However, there are a few barbarian-specific dialogue options that show how these rowdy brutes have no filter when it comes to social interactions. One of the most notable happens when you walk in on, well, see for yourself. Oh! It's not what you think. Unless you think it's an ogre and a bugbear banging in a barn, in which case, it is what you think, I guess.
What the hell are you doing?
The normal options in this intimate scenario include backing away slowly, attacking the fornicating couple, flirting, or apologising for the interruption. Unless you're a tactless barbarian who can respond by bellowing at the top of your lungs, "I'm laughing at your puny rutting."
Puny? I am strong! I am virile! I am...
Protesting too much, methinks. Yep, thanks to your witless barbarian ways, you can absolutely ruin the mood for these two lovebirds, leaving them to depart with their passion, squished?
Passion squished like slow goats underfoot. We leave.
Man, I feel terrible now. Still, what are the chances of an ogre and a bugbear getting it on?
Oh, I've seen worse. Gnomes can be...
Thanks for that image, Astarion.
Oh man, we're popping a cherry here! Ah, you're gonna love this. Alright, check it out. Blood, it's your new rack of lamb, your new champagne, like your new heroin, kid. Get ready though, cause hey, it's never as sweet as the first time.
Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines lets players assign their fledgling bloodsucker to one of several clans. From the seductive Toreador, who blend well into human society, to the gnarly Nosferatu, whose best hope is being mistaken for a Halloween costume.
Nice job with the ears there, especially. That's right, dude.
Thanks, I guess. There isn't a vampire clan with low intelligence per se, but there is one clan we felt worthy of this list, simply because they experience the world in a unique and sometimes baffling way, opening up a bunch of novel interactions for the player.
What? Oh man, and you're a goddamn Malkavian too. Wow, you really are
Cheers for the vote of confidence, Jack. Malkavians are misunderstood vampires afflicted with what many of their kind believe to be a form of madness. In reality, they have a form of otherworldly insight, being able to perceive and feel things others can't, leading to an unusual mental state that confuses onlookers.
Oh, you're a Malkavian, aren't you? Damn, that's the last thing I need. I'm bleeding all over the carpet. I can't even understand what the hell you're saying.
One particular unique NPC interaction you can have as a Malkavian is especially memorable, mostly because the NPC in question is a bit of road signage. Yes, your Malkavian vamp will perceive the text on a stop sign as speech and launch into a full-blown argument with it. Selecting the second option of dialogue at any time will end this absurd conversation, but that would be letting the sign know it's won. And then I said, no, you stop! I wish you'd seen its face. It was bright red. With anger, I assume.
So those are some hilarious consequences of having a low intelligence character in video games. Can you think of any others? Let us know in the comments below. And if your intelligence stat is like way up there, then you will be given the option to click on other videos. Wow, this means you're super smart. And oh my gosh, the super high intelligence stat, what, a 9 in intelligence? Yeah, you can join our Patreon if you would like to and support us even further. But in the meantime, do take care of yourselves. And yeah, like be careful when opening any barn doors in case there's some ogres in there. They'll get real mad at you.